about who's got what. This is now about mentality. This is all about grit, determination, and who can keep their nerve in the late stages of a championship. There's 130 points of margin for Madison Down. He knows he's got drop rounds in the pocket as well, which could go to help supplement. But drop rounds are drop rounds. This is all about getting the best result that you possibly can. You will see those drivers who are starting maybe around P20, P25, they'll have a downhill start. Someone like Madison Down and Richard Hampstead, they'll have an uphill start for this one. It's going to be a tough start here to get it going, and here is said start as they get themselves underway and all look to funnel for position. Looks like Madison Down did okay. Hampstead didn't though. There's Jake Maloney. There's Forza El Nabi. Maloney with a start and a half. Whoa. And look at the swarm of these TTR cars. Gilliam forced to the outside, and that's going to allow, I think that's James Scott going through up into fourth position. They all negotiate it through cleanly, but what a start from the Altus car there in fourth position. Some side-by-sides for the best esports car there. Griffin Gardner looks to try and have a good run, and now third place being defended by Forza El Nabi. This is a really manic start. They go to the skid in the line, and bang! There goes, I believe that is Sam Blacklock across the circuit.
Oh, that is huge. Big incident further back in the...
That car to the pit so he can get the stop. So who's doing what, who's got what, and I think here that's someone diving down onto the lane potentially then in the early goings, but I think we're okay for the moment. Another position goes on the straight. There goes the 9-10 of Kyle George. What a start Kyle George has had. He's already up into 14th place.
Yeah, it's been a great run from Kyle George in the 9-10 after starting just outside the top 30. One of the few cars left in this field without any marks on him. He is the biggest mover. There's another position lost for James Scott. That is going to be Corey Shepherd making his way through on the inside line in turn 4. So James Scott has got a very difficult job ahead of him now, especially with Thomas Hens now behind him and making the move. I don't know. I don't know how long James Scott would have to sit in the pits to get that car fully repaired, but he's obviously elected that it's not worth it. He's defending from Hens, though, around the outside, and got the inside for Pinorino once again, just keeping the position.
How long they take, because that stop's going to be key. Now, there is the Mr. Antenna Premier Racing Team car, then, of Corey Shepherd in 6th place. Jordan Ross wants to get through in a 7th position right now and try and find a way on through, but ultimately at the moment it's a waiting game.
Yeah, very big waiting game, and that lack of rear wing from Corey Shepherd is not hurting his pace at all. Jordan has to think as well about Briggsy behind him in the number 72. Adam Briggs has been looking quite quick over the last couple of laps. In fact, on the previous lap he was over a second faster, 1.5 seconds actually taken out of Jordan Ross, and up the inside he's going to try.
So we're thinking that Brian Borg here might be the next driver to come in and make a stop. Remember, he pitted incredibly early and is definitely due to come down in. Now, the Premier cars are definitely on different strategy to everyone else here today, so that's going to be worth keeping in mind. We're on lap 33 of 58 at this stage. Rounding out the top 10. Here's Corey Shepherd, though. He wants 11th place now. And guess what? They have found a spare rear wing for Corey Shepherd because he's out and going again in 12th place.
Excellent stuff. That car looks proper now, with obviously a little bit of a dent there in the right rear quarter, but he can resume his fight here with Griffin Gardner. He's got the top 10 beckoning for him right up ahead. There's John Stone. Oh, Gilliam. Yes, he has gotten through on Maloney, and that's into turn 1.
Easy pickings then.
That is the big question, but, you know, there's always hope in the last 9 laps of a race that something will happen to the drivers up ahead of you and you'll be able to take advantage of it. Currently, it is Boyd and Gardner who occupy those positions, but Sam Sutton staying pretty equal on lap time, and Corey Shepherd running a 34.4 as well. So I'm interested to see where it goes from there. Harley Haber looks like the fastest car in this pack, and Philip Worley not too bad either.
Yeah, they're all looking really quick, but they're stuck behind Jack Boyd, who at the moment has Griffin Gardner behind, who can't find a way through. On the brakes they go, into the left-hand corner of turn 4 at the Ski de Lago, but again, It's a case of trying to put yourself in the best position to go out there and attack the place. And no one's in a position to attack that place because they're all stuck in pack mentality. Can't get close enough, can't get through, and the driver in front's got draft as well. So this is pretty much disaster land at this stage for trying to find a move because you've got to be brave.
Yeah, and bravery is something that you'll only like to see on the last lap. So I feel like the battle is still really brewing here for the last positions in the top 10. Once we get into the last 3 or 4 laps, that's when you're going to start seeing some big moves being made.
Well, the big moves will have to be done, and they will have to be done soon. There's the fight continuing then for Jack Boyd. There's Harley Haber trying to get around Corey Shepherd. He's trying to go one up through the train here. They're starting to drop back a little bit. And now, where do you go? Where do you start making moves here? Harley's close, but is he close enough to the back of the Mr. Antenna Premier Racing Team car? No, not yet. But there's still Jack Boyd in front, able to hold the place for the time being. But look at Griffo trying to find himself a place to attack. He wants in. Haber wants in. Haber's got in at this stage on the inside. Griffo can't do much, and Haber's through, but up and under. Why don't we try and get this one back? Corey Shepherd, experience beyond his years, trying to get it done, but Harley's having none of it, and here comes Worley.
Yeah, Philip Worley, a little bit of contact there with Shepherd, and he's going around, half spin, but Philip Worley lifts out of it and lets Corey Shepherd maintain the position. That is a shame, though, because they've completely lost touch with Haber now.
And now those who are looking 6 for 2 places becomes 4. Oh, Jack Boyd sliding a little bit then on the...